Welcome back to Mindful Insights, where we don't just scratch the surface, we peel back the entire onion of existence, tearfully, but mindfully. Today we're diving into a pyramid that doesn't belong to Egypt but still holds ancient secrets about the modern human struggle, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Why do most people chase money their whole life, yet never feel rich? Why does success sometimes feel like an empty throne? And why do some people reach spiritual heights, even while living in material poverty? Let's explore the layers of this pyramid and uncover why so many of us never make it beyond the ground floor of survival. In 1943, psychologist Abraham Maslow proposed a 5-tier model of human needs. From the ground up, it looks like this. First, physiological needs: food, water, warmth, rest. Second, safety needs: security, stability, protection. Third, love and belonging: relationships, friendships, community. Fourth, esteem needs: respect, recognition, status. And fifth, self-actualization: realizing personal potential, creativity, morality, purpose. Maslow basically said, you can't write poetry if you're too busy hunting down your next meal. While the pyramid looks like a clean staircase to the sky, real life is more like a game of snakes and ladders. Modern psychological research has shown that these needs don't always follow a rigid order. A 2011 study published in Perspectives on Psychological Science by Tay and Diener analyzed data from over 123 countries and found that people often pursue higher needs even before lower ones are fully met. Some people experience meaning and love in refugee camps, while others live in million-dollar homes feeling utterly purposeless. Take Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist. Despite extreme deprivation, he found deep spiritual meaning in suffering. His book Man's Search for Meaning remains a testimony that purpose doesn't always wait for comfort. The truth is, most of us get stuck in survival mode. Our lives become endless loops of, how do I pay rent? Will I be safe? Am I loved? Do they like my post? We spend so much energy fulfilling the basics that there's no bandwidth left for transcendence. But here's the catch. A lot of us fall into the illusion of progress, constantly upgrading our basic needs without ever addressing our deeper ones. We switch from renting a room to buying a house, from 2 meals a day to 5-star brunches. But comfort isn't the same as contentment. We're not evolving, we're just updating the software of survival. It's like buying a new mattress every year hoping it'll fix your dreams. According to a 2020 paper in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, chronic stress impairs prefrontal cortex functioning, the very area responsible for self-awareness, morality, and abstract thought. In other words, if your basic needs are on a hamster wheel, your higher self will stay asleep. Here's the twist. Sometimes meeting higher needs actually helps us survive the lower ones. A 2014 meta-analysis in Psychological Bulletin found that intrinsic goals like personal growth, relationships, and community are consistently linked to greater well-being than material or external goals. People in poverty who find community and spiritual practice often report higher well-being than middle-class individuals stuck in the rat race. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, one who is content with the self within has no reason to depend on the external world. It doesn't mean we should romanticize suffering, it means that fulfillment is not always linear. Many monks live with minimal possessions, yet radiate joy. Meanwhile, Wall Street brokers with penthouses often need therapy, security, and sleep aids to cope. Turns out it's not always about climbing the pyramid, sometimes it's about flipping it upside down. So what does all this mean for you right now, sitting there somewhere between hunger and hope? Maslow's pyramid isn't just a theory, it's a mirror. And while we may not ascend it like enlightened sages on autopilot, we can choose to move through it mindfully, one need, one moment, one insight at a time. Here are a few mindful insights to navigate it better. 1. Check your foundation. Are you just surviving or truly living? Sometimes we pretend we've got it together because we can afford Wi-Fi and weekend brunch. But inside, we may still be hustling in survival mode. Are you sleeping enough? Eating right? Do you feel safe in your relationships and your own skin? Because no matter how many books you read or goals you set, If your nervous system is still in flight or fight mode, higher fulfillment will remain a foggy dream. A 2018 study in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews found that early life insecurity continues to affect adult decision-making, self-esteem, and even spiritual openness, until consciously healed. 2. Redefine success, because your pyramid doesn't have to look like society's. Most people confuse esteem with status, job titles, branded clothes, follower counts. But true esteem is internal, the quiet pride of showing up, healing, helping, creating. Consider the school teacher in a small village who earns modestly but changes lives. She may never be on magazine covers, but her self-respect, towering. So don't measure your worth in net worth. It's not a bank account, it's a soul statement. 3. Nourish connection, because belonging is more vital than becoming. We're social beings wired for love, not just LinkedIn. Without authentic connection, even the most successful person feels like a lonely astronaut drifting in space. In the landmark Harvard study of adult development, ongoing since 1938, the clearest predictor of long-term happiness wasn't money or fame. It was quality relationships. As Ram Dass once said, we're all just walking each other home. Don't forget to walk with someone. 4. Make time for higher needs, even when life says you can't. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect before you create, reflect, or seek meaning. Draw. Meditate. Journal. Volunteer. Forgive. Ask hard questions. Even 5 minutes of purposeful stillness can shift your reality. Many recovering addicts report that it wasn't just sobriety that saved them, it was discovering a sense of purpose, often through service or creativity. In other words, self-actualization wasn't a luxury at the top of the pyramid, it was a ladder out of hell. You don't need to be on top to feel on point. And finally, embrace the spiral. Growth isn't linear, and that's okay. You'll revisit old needs. You'll fall, you'll rise. It's not a clean climb, it's a dance. The key is conscious navigation, not perfection. Some days you'll crave purpose. Other days, pizza and peace. Both are valid. The pyramid is not about arrival, it's about awareness. To know where you are, to care for what's needed, and to not shame yourself for not being higher. The pyramid of needs is not a mountain to climb, but a landscape to explore, often simultaneously. Sometimes a single meaningful conversation can give you more fulfillment than months of chasing status. And sometimes the journey from survival to purpose isn't a straight line, it's a spiral staircase in the dark. But each mindful step lights the way. This is Mindful Insights, and if this video helped you rethink life even a little, you've already climbed. Remember, it's not about reaching the top, it's about not getting cornered at the base. Like, share, and subscribe for more reflections on psychology, spirituality, and the art of being fully human.